In this video, I'll be comparing Kingdom Hearts 2 Anti-Form and Kingdom Hearts 3 Rage Forms to see any major difference in the two forms. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So first we have Anti-Form, which usually comes if a player relies on drive forms too much that their anti points are too high, guarantee Anti-Form to appear on their next drive usage. Now Anti-Form is known to be that form that everyone hates, but it can actually be pretty handy if done in the right situation and with the right skill set as well. Let's talk about the negatives of using Anti-Form. Anti-Form does not allow you to heal or pick up health drops. Anti-Form also drops your defense, making you take even more damage. And last, you do not wield the keyblade in Anti-Form. Now let's talk about the positives of using Anti-Form. Anti-Form allows Sora to run much faster and quicker, which helps him to outrun any attacks. It also has parry frames whenever he is attacking, which can be helpful against laser projectiles. Anti-Form was not just the most hated form in Kingdom Hearts 2, but it was also a drive form you wanted to avoid at all costs. It was hated for not being able to heal, guard, or dodge, and the worst of them all was not being able to revert from Anti-Form until the battle was over or if the drive gauge was fully depleted. So now that I covered the history of Anti-Form from Kingdom Hearts 2, let's look at Rage Form performance in Kingdom Hearts 3 and see if there are any major difference between the two forms. Now how can Rage Form compare to Anti-Form? Well, I can see I really love the direction they took with Rage Form. Rage Form has some similar looks and attacks that Anti-Form had, but there are a few things that make Rage Form outclass Anti-Form. For starters, you can wield the keyblade in Rage Form, but not only that, you can also guard while in Rage Form, which Anti-Form lacked in Kingdom Hearts 2. You can still use all of your current abilities like Glide and Double Flight, which I really enjoyed about Rage Form. I never thought I'd say this, but I see myself using Rage Form way more than I did using Anti-Form in Kingdom Hearts 2. Now how does Anti-Form perform on a boss fight? Well, it does pretty well, but like I said, it all comes down to the player's skill set and how to react while in Anti-Form. Using Anti-Form on a boss fight means you would need to be really quick at reacting to what comes your way, especially since Anti-Form does not have that many defensive options. So now that we know how well Anti-Form can perform on a boss fight without any defensive options for safety, let's look back at Kingdom Hearts 3 versions of Anti-Form and to see how Rage Form handles itself on a boss fight while having better defensive options. Well, I can say Rage Form definitely has an upper hand in a boss fight compared to Anti-Form because it has a better advantage, plus it has a better defensive option. Oh, one more thing. The rules are still the same with Rage Form as it did with Anti-Form. Rage Form also has its own finisher. It also has a discharge command which sacrifices Sora health for more damage power, if I'm correct about that. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below and tell me if I'm wrong about that. As always, thanks for watching.